illustrates exactly why the Strait of Hormuz is the world's most sensitive energy choke point. Every day, millions of barrels of oil are forced through this incredibly narrow geographic passage, sustaining the global economy. For the past month, a fragile ceasefire kept the waterway quiet. Behind closed doors, officials attempted to negotiate a lasting peace, routing a diplomatic proposal from Iran through back channels in Pakistan. Those negotiations failed. The United States government, directed by President Donald Trump, completely rejected the offer. The immediate collapse of that communication line stripped away the temporary political cover. Overnight, a shipping lane responsible for international commerce reverted into an active and highly unpredictable war zone. The physical result is a massive maritime traffic jam. Hundreds of commercial cargo ships are dropped at anchor, paralyzed in the waters outside the Gulf. These merchant vessels are essentially massive, slow-moving targets. Their captains are forced to wait indefinitely, unable to risk transit while direct military skirmishes erupt directly in their travel paths. When an unarmed tanker is caught in a crossfire, the ripple effects are immediate. Insurance premiums for the region spike, delivery schedules lapse, and the cost of moving oil begins to rise regardless of supply. The escalation began in the water. The U.S. military claims its forces fired upon and destroyed at least 6 fast boats, small, agile Iranian patrol vessels that regularly monitor the strait. Iran immediately issued a counterclaim, denying the loss of their boats and stating that their forces successfully destroyed an American frigate, a claim the U.S. quickly denied. To maintain the flow of oil despite the crossfire, the U.S. launched Project Freedom. Using massive, heavily armed naval carrier groups, the military is now physically escorting American-flagged merchant ships through the critical passage. Rhetoric from Washington has sharpened the standoff. The U.S. explicitly warned that any Iranian forces attempting to target U.S. ships will be destroyed on sight. The Iranian military responded in kind, issuing a public vow to attack any U.S. force that crosses into the waters of the Strait of Hormuz. With both sides issuing absolute threats and releasing conflicting casualty reports, the resulting fog of war leaves civilian navigators without any clear guarantee of safety. If the primary maritime choke point is blocked, how does oil escape the Gulf? The answer is the Fujairah pipeline. This massive terrestrial network acts as a bypass, flowing overland to the coast and entirely evading the Strait of Hormuz. But an Iranian aerial drone directly struck an oil facility at this exact pipeline hub, sparking a massive fire and halting the bypass. Simultaneous strikes targeted the Dubai International Financial Center, bringing the threat into dense civilian economic hubs. By striking the exact infrastructure designed to circumvent the naval conflict, Iran delivered a clear geospatial message: no alternative route is secure, and the region's energy supply is effectively trapped. Gulf nations like the United Arab Emirates are now actively tracking incoming missile trajectories and fielding direct attacks on their sovereign soil. For decades, these nations prioritized economic stability by avoiding localized military entanglements. That policy is no longer viable. Iran's parliament speaker announced that a new equation regarding the Strait of Hormuz is being solidified. This new equation dictates that if diplomatic pressure continues, energy transit will be weaponized. It acts as a de facto blockade, where passage relies entirely on the political temperature of the given moment. The threat now reaches from the open water to the center of the region's cities. With the bypasses under fire, the expectation that merchant ships can navigate the Gulf without interference has been replaced by a state of constant military alert.